Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Om Sri Saraswatyai Namaha, Om Sri Guru Paramparaya Namaha, Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. 176 number sloka I will chant again. Mano nama mahavyagraha vishayaranya bhumisho charatyatra na gacchantu sadhavo yemumukshavaha. As we chanted in last class, so I'm not repeating, only you want to repeat. Mano nama mahavyagraha Vishayaranya bhumisho charatyatra na gacchantu sadhavo yemumukshavaha manaha nama mahavyagraha. Here the mind has been described, compared with a terrible tiger who is not having any compassion, is very terrible. In our olden days story also, some tiger was compared as terrible tiger. কোনো এক জঙ্গলে এক ভয়ানক ভীষণ বাঘ থাকত। In Gir forest, a lion was caught and he was kept in the zoo. I have seen it. It was that terrible lion. How many people he killed, that no counting, and it ate 3 swamis in Gir. Maybe that's why he was so much powerful. So here, Mano Nama Mahavyagraha Vishayaranya Bhumishu, in the Vanabhumi. And what is that jungle? This is also deep forest, and deep forest of objects of senses. Object of senses means not only the visible world, but the audible world, eatable world, tastable world, feelable world, because all those are the objects of the senses. Then, so Vishaya Aranya Bhumishu Charati, where that terrible tiger, it roams in the object, or it roams in the forest of, dense forest of objects. Here, Gacchantu, it's a lot. Lot means upadesha, instruction, order, request. a guru, a real guru, is ordering his students. A compassionate guru is requesting his students and telling that ye sadhavah atra mumukshuvah tatra nagachantu. In this dense forest, mumukshuvah, mumukshuvah means muktikami, those who are the warriors of freedom, warriors of liberation. You can tell mumukshu, mumukshuvaha, and who are sadhavaha, not only muktikami people, even those who are sadhu people, means good people. It's not that all good people are the seeker of liberation. Not only the seekers of liberation, but also the good people, means viveki people. Viveki means vairagi people, vairagyavan people. Okay? Nagachantu. They will not go. They should not go. They must not go. So, first, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, as a compassionate mother, is telling the terrifying, truthful fact. Terrifying, truthful fact that this is the character of your mind. What is it? It's a terrible tiger-like. And the whole universe is nothing but the dense forest of objects of this terrible tiger. Now, if you are a Swami, if you are a good person, if you are a seeker of liberation, you should not mingle into the jungle of objects in the Visharanya. Means मन की जो प्रवणता है, गति है, इसे हम लोगों को बचा रहा है भगवान. Means we should not indulge it. If you start indulging, like I was just studying a recent journal on pediatric psychology. Just because 2-3 psychologists and 1 psychiatrist are my student. In our days, we were scolded by our parents. Not only parents, even the elders of our area. Our parents used to tell the elders, দেখবেন তো জোরে সাইকেল চালালে বলবেন, কোনো কিছু দেখলে একটু বকবেন, দরকার হলে কান মুলে দেবেন. My parents are giving instruction to the other people, elders, and they also, like the responsible person. Yes, 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 don't worry. But the time came suddenly when all sorts of punishment, because even the Varval Shasan also were abolished. So each and everything totally, got diverted. But nowadays, who stopped it, who experimented it, they are bound to write, it's not good. Pampering everything else of your children, of your child, of course not good for his mental health. You should be strict in sometimes, in some factors to your child. Just day before yesterday, I studied. Same thing. Mananana Mahavyagra. Vishayaranya Bhumisha. Charati. Atra Mumukshavaha Sadhavaha Nagachantu. Sadhavaha Mumukshavaha Nagachantu. But who are not sadhu, who are not mumukshu, for them restrictions, punishment is required. Nobody will punish you. You have to punish yourself. Self-punishment. How, what your mind likes, don't give him. I have heard from my father, because he lost his parents at a very early age. So at the age of 5 and 7, so he was absolutely alone and a self-made person. So he fixed his time for waking up. And see, without any clock, because in olden days, the clock or watch was a symbol of luxury also. It's not nowadays that at 20 rupees, 30 rupees, you will get a wristwatch or clock. So whenever he could not wake up at its fixed time, he used to punish his own mind. Means the liking things he not used to take. So in his childhood, he understood that everything is the play of mind. I should not give food. Food means the food of 5 senses, to my mind. That restriction. ये सर्वनेशे जो सर्वनाशा मन है, यही हम लोगों को बांधते हैं. When before 1947, we thought that only the Britishers are our problem. When we will be independent, when we will be independent. But after independence, who are really sadhavaha, the intelligent people, they understood that anyhow, it was the habit of slavery made us like that. We were not eligible for independence. Now you ask yourself, this is the time, am I really independent? Maybe we live in the biggest democracy in the world, but we are the slaves of our minds. And slave of our mind means where my master is a terrible tiger-like mind. So terrible tiger means heartless tiger, who only knows to fill its own appetite. It has no heart that whom I am eating. Clear? I will just give a glimpse to what Gurudev. For seekers who are on a pilgrimage to the temple of liberation, see the language of Gurudev. What a wonderful language. For seekers who are on a pilgrimage to the temple of liberation, a warning board should be kept on their route. It should read, route unsafe, man-eater called mind at large. Take to diversion here. Now. Here is an indication to those who do sadhana. This is the key point. What I tell you, that each and every one who are listening to this class should cultivate a sadhakahood inside. That will be your identity. Your identity should not be I am Mr. or Mrs. so and so. I am a sadhaka. I am a sadhika. If you can inculcate, introduce, indulge, find this personality inside you, this verse must appeal you. The mind has the capacity to run out into the sense objects through some chink in the armor of self-control. Once it so escapes, it will pull you down into the jungles of sense instincts, means Vishaya Vasana, and tear you to pieces. It will make you a victim of sense pleasures. Hence, sadhaka should always stick to the path of discrimination, viveka, and dispassion, vairagya, tirelessly. You know that ajnata Sakha in Bhagavatam. One story is there. I will not come into that story. It's a big story. That 9 friends are there and one Ajnata Sakha who always reminds you should not go, you should not go. And he is the Bhagavan only. So in our mind, the one portion who is having Viveka and Vairagya, actually Bhagavan appears through this sort of Viveki mind, Vairagi mind. You know, never relax. A sadhaka never relax. For a sadhaka and sadhika, there is no holidays. For them, every day is holy day. Clear? For that I have heard from my acharyas. Since last many years, by the grace of Guru, I have really forgotten what is holidays. That Saturday, Sunday, you have no idea for Gurudev's work. Wherever people call, I go. Sometimes it is condolence party also. It's not only always the big houses. Some devotees have conveyed the message that why are you arranging in that way? Why are you not calling the Swami of Chinmay Mission? He will speak on Bhagavad Gita for half an hour. I go because Gurudev's words, Bhagavan's words, at least some group of people come to know about our mission, Chinmay Mission. So, never relax. No holidays, only holy days. The moment you slip from this path, the mind will take hold of you and you will find yourself helplessly dragged in the jungles of sense objects and their endless pain-ridden enchantments. The mind is an instrument provided by the Lord, and it, by its very nature, must continuously run out to the sense objects. This is its essential function. To cleanse the mind of all its sensuousness is to expect the mind to leave its own dharma. And this is impossible. Yet we, as sadhakas, can keep ourselves away from our blind identification with the mind and its roamings. We may meet the man-eater crawling in the deep jungle tracks, but we can avoid rushing at and embracing it. Be warned. गुरु के पास शिष्य आता है तो गुरु ने बताया ये पूरा जगत ही नारायण है, पूरा जगत ईश्वरमय है, ब्रह्ममय है, नारायणमय है। एक बार क्या हुआ, एक हाथी, the elephant became crazy and the Mahout was trying to control the elephant. He was shouting, हट जाओ हट जाओ, ये पागल हो गया। और शिष्य तभी गुरुगृह से लट रहा था। उनको लगा, अरे गुरुदेव अभी अभी बताया कि सारे के सारे वस्तु सब नारायण है, तो ये जो इंसेन एलिफेंट, क्रेजी एलिफेंट इज ऑल्सो नारायण। तो उन्होंने माहुत की बात सुना नहीं और बीच रास्ते पर खड़ा था। हाथी ने आकर ऐसे करके उठाकर उसको फेंक दिया। He was about to die, but didn't die. He was hospitalized. Guru went to visit that student because the Guru is compassionate. उन्होंने गुरु को देखकर ऐसे कर लिया, या आपका बात सुनकर और मानकर मेरा आज ये हालत हुआ। मैं चला आया बिस्तर पे और गुरु ने मुस्कुराते रहे। Then Guru told him that I know you misunderstood the point. Each and everything is Narayana. But you did not accept that teaching with the whole heart. If the insane elephant is Narayana, the mouth who was warning you, why didn't you accept him as Narayana? হাতি নারায়ণ হলে মাহুত তো নারায়ণ, তো মাহুত নারায়ণের কথা শোনেনি কেন? Gurudev is telling the same thing. We may meet the man-eater prowling in the deep jungle tracks, but we can avoid rushing at and embracing it. Be warned. The mind is a dangerous trait if we identify with it. Let it be in the bosom. Be a witness to it and you are safe. Whenever we see the tiger outside of the caves, we are safe. We can enjoy the terribility of the tiger. What the terribility? You know, the lion's call, you have no idea. बचपन में मैंने सुना था कि एक सिंह कैसे बंदर पकड़ते हैं। पेड़ के नीचे सिंह सिर्फ हालूम का जो शब्द है वो छोड़ता है और डर से बंदर नीचे गिर जाता, तो विश्वास नहीं होता। But when inside of the zoo we got chance to enter, Believe me, you have to put your fingers into the ear holes. It's so terrible, so loud. But we enjoyed it. How? When we were the witness of this. जिनको लगा कि इसके गले पर माला चढ़ाना है, नेक्स्ट डे टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया, टेलीग्राफ, आनंद बाजार पत्रिका, श्योर। मनः प्रसूते विषयान शेषान्, मनः प्रसूते विषयान शेषान्, स्थूलात्मना सूक्ष्मतया च भोक्तुः, स्थूलात्मना सूक्ष्मतया च भोक्तुः, शरीरवर्णाश्रमजाति भेदान्, शरीरवर्णाश्रमजाति भेदान्. In your book, maybe it is Vedat. So it should be Vedan. Guna kriya hetu phalani nityam. Nityam manah prasute vishayan seshan, स्थूलात्मना सूक्ष्मतया च भोक्तुः, शरीरवर्णाश्रमजाति भेदान्, गुणक्रिया हेतु फलानि नित्यम्. The mind continuously delivers for the experiencer. First one, all sense objects, gross or subtle, without expectation, exceptions. Number two, distinctions based upon body, caste, order of life and creed, as well as number three, the difference of qualities, actions, motives and results. What is that? Sthulatmana Sukshmataya Aseshan Vishayan Manaha Prasute. This is the prose order. Sthulatmana. Whenever you are in the waking state, then sthula roop mein Sukshmataya. Whenever you are in dream, then in a subtle way, Asheshan Vishayan Manah Prasute. Uncountable Vishaya. Ananta Vishaya Rashi. मन की रचना है. मन ये सब वस्तुओं का रचना है. If you take it in a gross way also, this house is the kalpana of the planner or not. If you take it in that way, the chair you are seated in, isn't it the physical expression of the mental imagination of the designer or not. Each and everything. So in that way also you can take it. Whenever if you can ask that how you can justify the trees, the rivers, the mountains, it is the manah kalpana of the Srishtikarta. How? Now when we dream, there is only my mind remains. There I create so many things in this small cage. The Srishtikarta of this universe, it is also of his manah kalpana. Clear? Cha bhoktuhu, भोक्ता जो जीव है उनका शरीर वर्ण आश्रम जाति भेदान, ये स्थूल शरीर को आश्रय करके ये चतुर्वर्ण है। भूत प्रेत आदि जो सूक्ष्म शरीरधारी, उनका वर्ण नहीं होता, जाति नहीं होता, चार आश्रम नहीं होता। उस घोस्ट का कभी ब्रह्मचर्य गारहस्थ वानप्रस्थ संन्यास नहीं होता। या तो ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र नहीं होता। What is classified? Our physical body is only classified that I am a male or female, I am a Hindu or non-Hindu, I am a Brahmin or non-Brahmin. Like that, like that, like that. All the distinction, all the classifications are related to that sthula sharira. Because bhoktuhu sharira varna asrama jati bheda. And guna kriya hetu phalani nityam srishti karoti. Means चार वर्ण, चार आश्रम, चार जाति जो है, उनका गुण और क्रिया के अनुसार फल उत्पन्न होता है। फल अपने आप उत्पन्न हो जाता है। कर्म करने के बाद सिर्फ कर्म करना ही फल उत्पादन के लिए। गन्ने को आप पीसेंगे ऐसे करके, निचोड़ेंगे, तो रस is the byproduct. Automatically it will come. So like that, because karturagya prapyate phalam. Karturagya, here karta is not only the Lord. Karta is your work also. According to your deed, you will get the result. If I don't study, I will get the grade F, not the grade A. Karturagya. My non-studying gave me the fruit of the exam, that is grade F, that is fail. Karturagya prapyate phala. Clear? So according to guna karma ityadi, ये सब होता है. गुण means विषय को जो अच्छा लगता है, इसको गुण बोलता है. इधर इस श्लोक में ये न्याय की भाषा है. गुण मतलब अच्छा लगना, मुझे रसगुल्ला पसंद है, मिठाई पसंद है। डॉक्टर ने मना किया है, कोई कोई अम्मा तो रेस्ट्रिक्ट करने के लिए खजूर भेज दिया है, बोला स्वामी जी यू शुड नॉट ईट एनी काइंड ऑफ शुगर, whatever the dates are required I will supply you। लेकिन मन दुष्ट है, इधर उधर एक्सप्लेनेशन ढूंढ लेता है। और साधु के लिए सबसे बड़ा एक्सप्लेनेशन, इन्हें एक्सक्यूज, ये प्रसाद है। प्रसाद में तो ना नहीं बोल सकता। देखिए सब में ना बोला, किसी ने रसगुल्ला लाया, बोला नहीं 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 डॉक्टर ने मना किया है। लेकिन किसी ने जब बोला स्वामी जी ये विश्वनाथ से आया है लाल पेड़ा, अरे अरे विश्वनाथ, अरे विश्वनाथ के ऊपर प्रेम है तो एक बिल्व पत्र ही काफी है ना। लेकिन मेरा तो प्रेम पेड़ा से है ज्यादा, विश्वनाथ से कम है। क्लियर? सो इधर जो शब्द दिया है इस श्लोक में, ये जो गुण क्रिया हेतु फलानि नित्यम, ये शब्द न्याय की शब्द है। इधर गुण के मतलब मेरा जो विषय के ऊपर प्रेम प्रीति, और क्रिया मतलब उसको पाने के लिए जो चेष्टा है, वो फल क्या है, जो उपाय मैंने अवलंबन किया है हर उपाय का कुछ कुछ फल है। क्लियर? जिस मार्ग आपने चुना है हर मार्ग में एक एक चीज है। इफ यू टेक दिस वे you will get Sharma. If you get that, if you take this way, you will get, like Saurashtra. You will get, if you take this way, you will get Banchara. So हर रास्ता में कुछ ना कुछ चुनौती तो है, मतलब so you have to think of it. And ये जो जन्म मरण ये भी फल की अंतर्गत है। So gross objects are constituted of forms and colors, sounds and tastes, smells and touch. The subtle objects consists of feeling and thoughts. So always remember, never ignore anything else, that it is subtle. परमाणु इतना ही है। I don't know whether you know it or not. Madam Puri's mortal body has been buried with the thick lead. You know why? When she used to work in the laboratory, and she used to come to her house, each and everything, not only her body, even her dress and everything else is with the atomic reaction. So small, you can't see it. And the scientists have seen that how much it has been reacted, that reactions will be continued for, since 1500 years. 1500 साल ये रिएक्शन चलता रहेगा। So whenever any चेतावनी आएगा, कोई विषय, never ignore it. whatever you will ignore, whatever the problem you will ignore, especially in our spiritual life, it will take a gigantic form. Be cautious. Frankenstein, who ate the creator. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om.